Thanks for tuning in to Stocks with Antonio. On this video, I decided to do something a little different. It's Friday, May 8th, and I really couldn't sleep. I woke up really early and I figured, hey, let me make a video talking about what I'm planning to do when the market opens today at 9:30. I'm going to share with you some companies that I'm looking to do a swing trade and or scalp today, right? One of the ones I want to bring to your attention is Arista Network. Okay, this is involved in AI, right? AI is hot. I believe it's the future, and I believe there's a lot of opportunities in AI companies. And this is why I bring this one to your attention. Now, they just had their earnings, and they had good earnings, right? They beat. A lot of times when a company beats, if you don't like do some digging, you might not understand why selling off. Usually, when a company has good earnings, but you see the company sell off, there's a reason. So you want to do some digging. You want to find out, hey, why did this company, have a good earnings, right? But it's selling off. You want to find out why. And one of the reasons usually is when it came to the forward guidance, there was something lacking. There was something missing. And investors, they invest in the future, right? You don't want to invest in a company that you believe that is not going to have a bright future, that's going to get weaker. You want to invest in a company that you see is just getting stronger, increasing revenues, getting more profitable, getting bigger, right? Because that means if you invested in it, your money should grow. And that's what we want to do in the stock market. We want to build wealth. We want our money to grow and work for us. Now, when it came to forward guidance for them, there were concerns when it came to uh, their gross margins, the GPU chips. So there were some concerns, and that's why I sold off. If you've been following the stock or you see, if you look into it now after this video, you're going to see it's pulled back. But I've noticed it's taken a big pullback. I think it's oversold and it's gone into a major support area. I think in the 140 or if you can get it right under, like let's say 139, 138, I think that's a great opportunity to get in on a call because I expect a bounce from here to the upside. My target would be to get in out in the low 140s. If I can, maybe even under, right? I'll see how the market's doing right now. And the pre-market's up. But I'm looking to get in the 140s. If I can get a little bit lower, I will. We'll see what opportunities I have. And I hope to hold this for about 2 to 3 weeks. And my target will be $150. Now, that's my goal. That's what I'm thinking while I'm making this video. If I do get into the stock, I may get out of it sooner if I get in, right? If I get an option call on this company, I may get out of it sooner, or I may even hold longer. So I just like to throw that out there because someone might ask me in the comments, "Hey, did you hold till 150?" That's the plan, right? That's the target. But once you're in an option play and the days pass, things can change, right? So you go in there with a plan, but sometimes you have to update the plan as you're in a play. I like to throw that out there. If you ever get into a place, just know you might go in there with a goal, with a target, but update if needed, right? Don't be afraid to do that because the number one thing you want to do is protect your capital. And when it comes to options, they're very risky. Now, I am going to talk about stop losses because when it comes to options, you hear a lot to use a stop loss, and I definitely recommend, right? They're very useful when the market's open. Now, when that market closes, the stop loss is not going to help you. Meaning, if you get into a call today to the upside or a put, it could be a put to the downside, whatever you decide. But if you get in an options play and that play turns on you, it doesn't go the way you want, and it's after hours, just know you can't sell till the next day when the market opens. So you might take a bigger hit. So just know when you do options, in my opinion, don't go crazy with the contracts. Yes, you can make a lot of money on options, but you can also lose a lot of money. So a tip is don't go in there crazy with contracts. Everyone's going to have a different budget. Go in there with an amount that if you lost it all, it won't kill you, and you still have money to continue to invest short term, right? But remember, the key to building wealth is going to be long term. You want to invest in great assets long term. That's how you're really going to build wealth. But it's okay if you're like me, you want to also make money in the short term. Just make sure you're protecting your capital and know when to get out. But when it comes to options, sometimes if it's after, if the market closes and we get really bad news, you may take a bigger hit than you wanted to. Just be prepared to know that that's a possibility. Okay. Another one I want to bring to your attention that I think may have opportunity to the upside and make a big run, and that's really what you want to catch as an options trader, or if you do options, is Palantir. Palantir has strong earnings. They killed it. And it's not running to the upside like we've been used to, right? Palantir used to just pump and go crazy and just run up. Now it's been pulling back. What I'm looking for, if it can hold above 138. Now, it hasn't done that yet, but yesterday, man, what a run. This thing opened and it went all the way to 140, and I got excited. I did a call. I got out of it short because I wasn't going to be able to continue watching the market, so I got out of it. My intention was to do a swing trade in it, and I got in it at an attractive price. I got out of it. Later, I checked my phone in the afternoon and I saw it go to 140. So I said, man, I'm going to get back in. So I got back in at 138. Now I got in early. I should have waited, but I got excited. So I sometimes that happens and you have to control your emotions. So I'm in it right now and we'll see. But what I should have waited for it to close above 138. Let's see if it does that today. But I believe if we can close above 138, this thing is headed to 145. And if we can break 150, I think it's going to go to 170, right? And if I can catch a chunk of that move, that will print some money for me. And I believe Palantir may make a turnaround and go to the upside, but we have to watch it. Watch it. Keep an eye close on it. Don't just jump in on it. And definitely don't jump in on it because those are moves that I'm thinking of doing. I just want to share with you some of the plays that I'm thinking of doing short term, share with you that I think they're going to the upside, and share some of my targets with you. Let me know down the opinion, in the comments, are you an options trader? Like, do you get in there and do options, or are you just a long-term investor, or do you do both like me? I love to know down in the comments below. I want to know what my viewers do when it comes to the market. Do you do options, or do you just focus on long term? I hope to read a mix in there. I'm sure of everyone watching this is going to be have different views on that. Some people I know just focus long term, but hey, you got to try and make some money short term, in my opinion. So that's why I do both. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash the like button. Also, before I end this video, when I do trade, when I'm doing options, when I'm scalping, looking to make money short term, I don't trade every day, right? Don't over trade, because the more you trade, the higher odds of you losing. So a lot of people get excited when they get the win. I don't over trade, in my opinion. I don't do it Monday through Friday. I'll go when I have an opportunity. So sometimes it'll be Monday and Wednesday, sometimes Monday, Wednesday, Friday, for example. It changes on a weekly basis. It all depends on my schedule, right? We all have busy lives, but I try to make time in the week at least 2 or 3 times to trade. Now, when the market opens, if I don't catch any opportunity, I won't trade. I don't watch it the entire day. I'll look for the first hour or two if I get an opportunity, and I'll look to see if I can at least do 1 to 2 trades, but I don't look to make 10 trades or anything like that. So remember, making 10 trades, making a ton of trades, it doesn't guarantee you make more money. It actually increases the odds of you losing. So if I can get in there and I make one trade and I make money, sometimes I'll do more and I take my money, I close my laptop, and I'm done for the day. So I know some people, especially newer individuals, they get excited when they make a win. They just keep trading. And then what happens? Sometimes you end up giving those gains. So don't overtrade. Just try take every time. If you get into options, take it as a learning opportunity to try and improve and become a better trader. And one company that always, not always, but I look at every time I'm gonna scout is Meta. Meta's a mover. Meta can move about $10, sometimes even more. It amazes me. So I believe it's a great stock for scalpers, and also it's a great company for long term. Now, if you're wondering about me, I have Meta long term. I believe Meta um, is going to continue to grow their share price. I mean, they're going to continue, their stock price is going to continue to grow. Now, I know a lot of people are concerned with their AI spending, but they know what they're doing and they always come through at the end. So even if they pull back now, I'm not too concerned. I look at it as an opportunity to increase my share count. Remember, good companies that you believe in, you want to take pullbacks and sell-offs as opportunities to increase your share count. Because at the end of the day, it's all about share count. You want to build good positions in these companies so they can change your life in the long term. So I hold Meta in the long term, but I do scalp it because again, it moves $10 or more. Now, that's great for a scalper because if you catch it on the in the right direction, you're gonna print money, right? But just know if you get in the wrong direction, you got to get out because you can lose all your money because it's such a mover. But what I do, some tips that I think can help you is in the morning before the market opens, I like to see is the market up or down, right? Then when the market does open, I do wait 15 minutes before doing any trades because sometimes it fakes you out. The pre-market could be down or up, and then by 9:45, 10 o'clock, you can get a reversal, a fake out on you. So just see the direction the market's going. Right now, we're in an up direction. So remember, the trend is your friend, but just understand also we've been running up for a long time. So it's a good idea to have some money on the sidelines because a pullback is going to come. Now, don't try to time it, just prepare for it by putting money on the sidelines. So hopefully those are some good tips that can help you out. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, so I can't tell you what to do, buy, hold, or sell. But I like to share with you what I'm doing, what I'm thinking about getting into. Meta's definitely one I like to scout. So I'll definitely be looking into that one today to get in and out within the day. Let me know what you think down below. Smash the like button. If you haven't done so, check out the description. Check out the link in the description box. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button, do me a big favor. Just go ahead and hit the subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on what I'm doing, what stocks I like, and getting my views on the market. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.